அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் மோனோ கிரிப்டோ தமிழ் சேனலுக்காக இன்னைக்கு நம்ம வீடியோல லைவ் இன்டர்வியூ ஒருத்தர் எடுக்க போறேன். ஸோ ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான பர்சன் நம்ம கூட ஜாயின் பண்ண போறாரு. அவருக்கு இன்ட்ரோவே தேவையில்ல அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பிகாஸ் இந்தியால அவர் பண்ண கிரிப்டோ கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் ரொம்ப 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 அதிகம். அண்ட் நம்ம இந்தியால இன்னைக்கு கிரிப்டோஸ் யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு அவர் ஒன் ஆஃப் த மேஜர் ரீசன் அவர் தான். ஸோ ஐ வுட் லைக் டு வெல்கம் நிஷல் ஷெட்டி, CEO of WazirX. Hi, Nishal.
Hey, Anaivarakkum Varakkam.
Great.
Did I get that right?
Yeah. You got that perfect. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for inviting me here on the show.
And thanks a lot for accepting my request and joining us here. My channel and our community will be very, very delighted to have you here. And so without further ado, let's get started then.
Sure.
So, Nishal, you are a person who doesn't need an intro in India, because if I say anyone in cryptos, they might definitely came across your name at least once, because your contribution to the Indian crypto communities, it's a lot and huge. So first of all, on behalf of my community as well as the entire Indian community, thanks for that. And is it possible for you to give a short intro about yourself and WazirX, please?
Sure. So I started my career as a software developer, writing software program, and I worked in a corporate job for around 2.5 years, and then in a startup, and eventually I started up on my own. My first startup was a social media management product called Crowdfire, which I grew to 20 million users.
Mhm.
And then in 2017, I took the jump into crypto. And in 2018, we launched WazirX. And it's been 3 years now. We are now India's largest crypto exchange. And the idea of WazirX came when I myself was frustrated when I started trying to buy Bitcoin in 2017 in India. It took a long time for me and a lot of effort. And by the time I bought, I think the Bitcoin prices had gone up. So I realized that there were not enough good exchanges in our country. And if, as a nation, if we want to participate in crypto, the entry point has to be amazing. If the entry point is bad, people will not enter crypto.
Yeah.
So I decided that I wanted to build something here to make it easy for people to go from not knowing what cryptocurrency is to actually buying their first Bitcoin or any crypto, and then experiencing the whole decentralized blockchain ecosystem.
Mhm.
And we launched it, and the results are in front of you. We focused on a few key aspects, which was trust. Trust was the most important thing.
Yeah.
Before we launched WazirX, nobody knew the founders of exchanges, and it's not a good thing, because people want to trust other people. And when you come in front of them as a founder, they start understanding that there are real people building companies. And that's what I've done. Like, put myself in front of our audience and tell them about WazirX, about Bitcoin, about blockchain. And that helps a lot. It builds a lot of trust in the system.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about me and WazirX.
That's really awesome and actually inspiring as well. You actually made the change in India, 100% sure. Yeah. After speaking with the community, they keep on asking several questions, especially regarding regulations, which I picked a few of them, which I thought you will be the best person to answer it. So the first question I would like to ask you is, what is the current crypto regulatory situation in India?
Sure. I think you must have heard of a lot of things in the news, and that does not give the complete picture. So I look at it as, see, there is regulatory uncertainty in India today for sure. There is no regulation, but it does not mean that a crypto is illegal in India or you cannot buy crypto. It is perfectly legal to buy cryptocurrency, trade in cryptocurrency, or hold cryptocurrency in India. It's unregulated, which means there is no regulation. But like that, there are many unregulated sectors where people are involved, and it is okay to be unregulated. Now, the Indian government is still trying to understand what direction to go in terms of regulation. And it's not an easy decision, because if you see, no country in the world has crypto regulation sorted and figured out. Every country is also trying to understand. Even our country is trying to understand. And I think slowly and steadily, when they understand what cryptocurrency is, what blockchain is, they will try to bring positive regulations, and eventually we will have good regulation. But that path to regulation is never easy,
Yeah.
especially because this is a cutting edge new technology. By the time you learn something, something new has already come in crypto. So it's very hard to keep a track of what is happening in this sector. So I think I would give it a few more years before regulations come into the country. But right now we are in that path to regulation, and that is a very good thing. At least there is a step forward. 2-3 years ago, the government did not even talk about crypto. Today, we should be happy that the government is discussing about crypto.
Yeah.
You might say that some people are talking about will the government ban crypto, but recently our finance minister made it clear that India will participate in crypto, and she also said that other countries are also going ahead with crypto, so we should also participate. So I'm very very positive now that India will go in the right direction, and as an industry, I think that is what we are putting efforts into, spreading the information and knowledge about cryptocurrency and blockchain.
Yeah.
Because if you see, whoever is talking negative about crypto, the reason is they do not understand it. The moment someone understands blockchain and crypto, they will never say anything bad because they understand what this technology is and they see how amazing it is. So it's a matter of time before everyone gets educated, and then it will all be in the right direction.
Wow, that's a really great explanation, and you have covered really good points in it. Because many people were concerned about most of the things that you spoke about. Thanks for that. And in terms of general crypto sentiment, because I know government is happy with the blockchain technology in terms of technology aspect, but in terms of the crypto sentiment, do you think the government is against it, or they are in favor of it, or they're taking a neutral stance on it?
I think it's mixed right now, and it's good to be mixed because you have to think from all angles. In the government, you cannot only think of positive, only negative. You have to take all angles, and I think that is how the government is also questioning everything, and it's good to question. And we all know that if it is not regulated in the right way, there can be bad actors who can take advantage of situations. So the government definitely has to think about all the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then eventually, I think they will figure out how to make sure that bad actors are kept away, and good actors are given a chance to deliver the right kind of innovative products in the sector. So I think right now it's completely mixed because I'm seeing many leaders are talking positive. Some leaders are questioning. I don't think any Indian leader has said ban crypto. By the way, you will never hear a statement from any leader in India who has said ban crypto. So that makes me even more positive that they're going towards regulation and they will regulate it.
Okay, great. This brings me to a next question. So what do you think will be the future of cryptos in India? So how do you foresee? Because your vision is actually proven to be working in India, because you predicted that the Supreme Court will not allow the ban which is implemented by the RBI, and which actually lifted it, as you predicted. So what will be the future of crypto in India according to your view?
Look, I'm very bullish about crypto in India, and I think the biggest reason is if you look at crypto, it is formed of biggest population of crypto enthusiasts is young people, and India is a country, it's a young nation, and we have a lot of youth in our country. And when I see that, and when I talk to the young people of our country, their enthusiasm, their motivation to understand crypto and participate, that makes me believe that we will be one of the top crypto nations in the world in the next 3 to 5 years. All we need is some support from our government, some motivation. I think motivation is not needed. We just need some support, some clarity from the government, and the youth of India will win this sector for our country. I'm pretty sure about that.
Cool, awesome. Just a quick question regarding your view about the news articles. How reliable are the news articles when it comes to they published news about negative about like India going to ban and something? So how reliable are they according to you?
See, when it comes to news, always take it with a bit of, like take it with a pinch of salt.
Mm-hmm.
There will always be, see, it's a lot of them are opinion articles also, opinions of people who are writing about it. So while you read it, always do your own research because the
Mm-hmm.
media also gets it from, researching.
Yeah.
So don't always 100% believe, one article that you read. There can be, you always verify, read more, look into more places. So ban and all is like a assumption. There is no official word on banning crypto or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe that our government will completely ban a technology like this. It's an innovative technology.
Yeah.
So I think you should cautiously take caution when you read, anything too negative or too positive also.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great, great. So next question is, if a blanket ban is proposed in India, will peer-to-peer still be an option?
Not really. See, the last time what happened is there was a banking ban. There
Mm-hmm.
was no ban on cryptocurrency or
Mm.
trading or anything. So we launched peer to peer, and it
Yeah,
worked well.
yeah.
But if there is really a complete ban, then you can't run any business around crypto in India because that will be illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Though, see, I think there is not, we don't have to worry too much
Mm-hmm.
because think about it. India has over 10 million people who have crypto,
Mm-hmm.
and the worth is about more than 1.5 billion dollars. So I don't think our country will ban and affect 10 million people in our country.
Mm.
That's not going to happen. So I would say there's not much worry about a ban.
Mm-hmm.
uh, be cautious, be aware about what is happening, but don't be too afraid. Our government knows that this is an innovative sector, and they will also make sure that the voice of our country is also heard.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep. That's why I also run the campaign India Wants Crypto,
Yeah,
because if we don't talk, how will our government know?
yeah,
We should talk, right? And
yeah.
I think if every one of us talks about what we expect, our leaders will listen to us.
Yeah.
uh, so it's a matter of communication.
Yeah.
And I think today our crypto sector is doing really good communication. And
Mhm.
you're seeing that where the government is acknowledging it, and
Yeah.
they're talking about crypto today. It's a
Mhm.
very good thing.
Yeah, that perfectly makes sense. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about WazirX, because it personally I really feel that WazirX interface is really good and it's very intuitive. But I have few questions regarding the exchanges, especially with the USDT price. Why is USDT price is not always in par with the actual US dollar price? Because it fluctuates a lot. Is there any reason behind that one?
Sure, I think that's a good question, and it's something that I get asked often.
Mhm.
uh, See, the price of USDT is determined by the demand and supply. I
Yeah.
understand that, and we all know behind one USDT there will be one USD. But the price of USDT is determined by how many buyers and sellers are there in India.
Mm, mm,
Now, what happens is the number of buyers for USDT is higher than the number of sellers.
mhm.
So, which is why you will see that the prices go higher than the USD value
Yeah.
because the demand and supply gap exists.
Mhm.
And that's what drives, and that's why there is a premium on cryptocurrency in India itself, because more people want crypto and there is less supply.
Mhm.
So we can compare with global prices, but globally there is more liquidity, more sellers available.
Mhm.
But India is still, because we were a little late to the game, India is still catching up. So Indians are still buying more of crypto,
Mhm.
and the supply is less
Mhm.
in our country. The day this supply and demand gap is fulfilled completely,
Mhm.
which will take some time, the sector has to become bigger.
Yeah.
After that, you will see prices are on par.
Mhm.
But right now, that disparity is because of the demand and supply.
Ah, yeah, that perfectly makes sense. Yeah. So my next question will be, the outrages in Ethereum at the moment, because the gas fees are very high, and when we try to withdraw USDT to a personal wallet or to a different exchange, it costs more as well. So is there any possibility in the future that you might consider adding a TRC20 option in WazirX for withdrawals of USDT?
Absolutely. I mean, that's in fact one of the I think top priorities for us. because we don't want our users to have to spend so much of fees on the Ethereum network if it is not able to sustain the load. We should definitely look at other options. And we are looking at TRC20 as well as BEP20 so that we can integrate both of these blockchains and make it easy. In the time being, we already have an integration with Binance where you can transfer USDT from WazirX to Binance for free if you connect your Binance account. So at least one option is there, but we definitely will bring other blockchains so that USDT transfers are cheaper for our users.
That's really awesome. Yeah, that's good to hear as well. So do you have any plans for creating INR backed crypto? Do you have any plans for that in future? Just curious
Uh,
about it.
I would never say never, but right now I think the regulatory aspect of it uh, makes it difficult to bring something like an INRT in the Indian market. We would need more regulatory clarity on whether something like that can be built before we can get into it. But if regulatory clarity comes, I'm pretty sure we will race towards it and bring that for everyone.
That's really nice. Yeah. So my next question will be: is there any upcoming upgrades to WazirX that the users of WazirX should be excited about?
So I think I haven't spoken about this, though I tweeted about this once some time back. The one thing that we are building and which is we are very excited about is we are making a simpler buy and sell option for people because we have seen that to spread the whole crypto ecosystem in India, you also have to make it easy. Right now, we have a order book, but a lot of our users have asked for simple one-click buy and one-click sell. So we're building that as a feature inside our app, where you will be able to quickly buy and sell without worrying about looking into the order book and then matching the prices and all. It'll be a one-click, buy and sell kind of a thing. And I think users are going to love it. It just makes it very simple and easy to use. So that's something that we are very excited about. Apart from that, all the ongoing upgrades to existing features will happen. We are in fact also expanding our team because we've been growing really fast, and we have less people but more demand from our users on what to build. And I don't want to disappoint our users, so we are definitely hiring a lot of people so that very soon we can give you all the feature that you've been asking for.
That sounds really awesome, and people will be very much happy to hear this actually. And the next question will be: this is a question I quite asked a lot, like how to actually file the crypto tax in India, and should people be worried about the crypto tax which is revolving around cryptos?
Look, so I'm not a tax advisor, so I cannot really tell you exactly how to do it. But I would say that you should definitely talk to someone who understands taxation and figure out how to pay the taxes in the right way on your crypto earnings. Always do that because that's very, very important. Even as a sector, if we do that, our government will understand that there are so many people involved. So by paying your taxes on your crypto earnings, you are indirectly helping India regulate crypto. So this is our responsibility on all of us to make sure that we pay our taxes diligently and disclose your crypto earnings. If possible, that's what try to write that you earned from crypto. So that when the government sees that so many people are earning from crypto, the government will be really happy about it and push for innovation in this sector even more. So please, make sure you pay all the taxes on the gains that you've made here.
Great. Okay. I'm basically a blockchain developer myself, and I work as an associate research scientist in the UK in the field of blockchains. My vision is to have more blockchain developers in India as well, because I feel like there are not many at the moment. So that's what I'm doing through my channel as well. So do you have any plans to encourage blockchain developers communities in India through WazirX or as a separate initiative?
Absolutely. In fact, that's something that we've been internally already trying. In fact, in between, we also tried our hand at doing this via a fund as well for the Indian sector. But then we realized that we did not have enough bandwidth. to really operate it. Now what we are doing is we are trying to start small, like start with a few developers and probably closely work with them to see what developers need, what help they need, what resources they need. And once we understand it, then we'll build out a better plan and a larger program. So first we try to start large, but then we realize that we need to first understand
Yeah.
what blockchain developers expect from us, and what are the kind of products they want to build and what help they need. So now we want to see how we can start at a smaller level
Yeah.
with a few developers maybe, and then expand our program from there.
Yeah, that perfectly makes sense. Yeah. So this will be the last question. I promise this will be the last question. Yeah. Actually, I'm a mobile app developer myself, and I hand built an app called BlockIndy, which is a crypto price comparison and info app. So what is your view about crypto price comparison apps in general in India?
Look, I think it's definitely needed. In fact, if you look at it, there are many benefits of a crypto comparison app. First is for users, they get to know what's the best price,
Mhm.
and you should always go and buy from where you can get the best prices. So it helps users make that decision. Second is, I think from an exchange point of view, it motivates us to make sure that we are competitive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if there is no comparison app, then we will all be so relaxed.
Yeah.
So, I think it's very good that at least, if there are crypto comparison apps, then I think they should really promote it, and people should use it, because that gives you a complete picture
Yeah.
of what the prices are, and then you can take an informed decision.
Yeah.
So it's really good. I'm a big believer that these apps are very helpful. I've used them myself, so it's
Uh-huh.
always good.
Great, great. Thanks. Thank you. And thanks a lot, Nishal, for spending your valuable time. I know you are super busy. You're always super busy, but thanks a lot for your valuable time and spending your time for our Tamil community. And do you have any ending words to finish this video?
Yeah. I think so. One of the thing I wanted to say is Wazirex use Paninga, and I
Awesome.
hope I said that right.
Yeah. You perfectly
But
said that one. Yeah.
yeah, I think it was lovely having this discussion. Uh, Thanks a lot for inviting me, and I would love to come in again once there is more news around crypto. We can always have one more discussion round.
Definitely, Nishal. Our people will be delighted to always hear from you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.